The Kansas City Chiefs stunned the football world today with a sudden personnel decision. A key figure within the organization has been dismissed, sending ripples through the team, media, and fan base. Analysts describe this move as unprecedented, given the timing and prominence of the individual involved. The firing immediately raised questions about internal dynamics, leadership philosophy, and the long-term implications for team performance. Observers emphasized that such decisions are rarely taken lightly, signaling deeper strategic recalibration. Understanding this development requires analyzing both the immediate operational impact and the underlying motivations driving the organization. The news also highlights the fragility of professional sports roles, where performance, culture, and organizational alignment intersect to determine security and influence. Reactions to the firing were swift and widespread. Fans on social media expressed shock, confusion, and speculation, while analysts dissected the potential reasons behind the decision. Some emphasized performance-related factors, while others pointed to organizational culture or strategic disagreements. The suddenness of the move magnified its impact, forcing the team to address morale and public perception simultaneously. Observers highlighted that in professional sports, leadership decisions affect not only individual careers, but also collective team focus and cohesion. Understanding the range of reactions demonstrates how decisions of this magnitude resonate beyond the locker room. The immediate response revealed the high stakes involved and underscored the importance of communication, framing, and strategic alignment in high-profile organizations. Historically, the Chiefs have made bold personnel decisions at critical moments to preserve long-term competitiveness. Analysts compared this firing to prior instances, where abrupt leadership changes preceded strategic realignments or shifts in team philosophy. Observers noted that abrupt moves often aim to restore focus, adjust culture, or recalibrate operational efficiency. Understanding this context helps frame the current firing as part of a pattern rather than an isolated anomaly. Analysts highlighted that while shocking in the moment, such decisions frequently produce long-term benefits if executed thoughtfully. Evaluating historical precedents clarifies why organizational leaders sometimes prioritize structural alignment over short-term stability, emphasizing strategic vision and adaptability in response to evolving challenges within the NFL landscape. Inside the Chiefs' locker room, the firing immediately influenced morale and focus. Players are tasked with processing sudden changes while maintaining competitive preparation. Analysts noted that strong leadership is essential to prevent uncertainty from disrupting cohesion. Veteran players often take on mentorship roles, helping teammates understand the rationale while reinforcing team standards. Observers highlighted that locker room dynamics are critical during transitional periods, as reactions can influence performance, communication, and team identity. Understanding how personnel decisions impact internal culture provides insight into the multifaceted nature of professional sports management. The situation underscored the delicate balance between accountability and continuity, emphasizing the role of leadership in sustaining performance under pressure while integrating organizational changes effectively. The firing has significant strategic implications. Analysts suggest it may influence upcoming game planning, operational priorities, and leadership delegation. Shifts in personnel often alter decision-making channels and resource allocation, requiring rapid adaptation. Observers highlighted that the organization's move signals a clear message regarding performance expectations, culture, and accountability. Understanding these implications reveals how individual changes can affect broader tactical frameworks, both on and off the field. Analysts emphasized that while immediate disruption is possible, such actions often strengthen structural resilience, signaling long-term intent. This development illustrates how professional teams navigate high-stakes environments, balancing operational efficiency, competitive advantage, and ethical leadership to achieve sustained success in a highly scrutinized and dynamic league. Media coverage of the firing was immediate and intense. Analysts dissected the decision, providing potential reasons, historical comparisons, and projections for future outcomes. Coverage focused on the balance between performance, culture, and organizational priorities. Experts highlighted the tension between internal confidentiality and public curiosity, noting that professional teams must manage perception carefully. Observers emphasized that media analysis shapes fan understanding, framing narratives that influence sentiment, speculation, and expectations. Understanding media coverage reveals how communications intersect with strategy, emphasizing transparency, storytelling, and credibility. Analysts also noted that high-profile firings often generate discussions about accountability, leadership philosophy, and organizational evolution. The media response underscores the influence of commentary on shaping both short-term reaction and long-term reputation. In professional sports, fans immediately expressed shock, frustration, and curiosity on social media platforms. Analysts highlighted that sudden personnel changes provoke intense scrutiny, particularly when they involve prominent figures. Discussions focused on potential reasons, long-term impact, and team strategy moving forward. Observers emphasized that fan engagement amplifies perception, influencing media narratives and even internal decision-making. Understanding these reactions illustrates the emotional investment fans place in professional organizations, where loyalty and expectations intersect. Analysts also noted that social feedback often pressures leadership to clarify rationale, communicate strategy, and preserve credibility. The fan response to the Chiefs' firing highlights the delicate balance between surprise, accountability, and messaging. Managing perception during such moments is essential to maintain trust, engagement, and confidence in organizational direction. The firing immediately affected operational planning. Analysts noted potential changes in workflow, reporting lines, and tactical decision-making. Leadership teams must integrate new responsibilities while ensuring continuity in preparation and performance. Observers highlighted that sudden changes in personnel require rapid adaptation across all departments, emphasizing resilience and flexibility. Understanding operational impact reveals the cascading effects of strategic decisions, influencing both short-term execution and long-term planning. Analysts suggested that the organization must maintain clarity in communication and expectation to prevent disruption. This event illustrates the importance of coordination, delegation, and contingency planning in professional sports, ensuring that organizational goals remain achievable despite unexpected personnel transitions, while maintaining high standards across every facet of team operations. The firing may have lasting implications for team culture, strategic approach, and personnel management. Analysts highlighted potential changes in leadership dynamics, decision-making authority, and performance evaluation criteria. Observers noted that high-profile dismissals can signal a shift in organizational philosophy, emphasizing accountability, adaptability, and alignment with long-term goals. Understanding these effects provides insight into how teams balance immediate disruption with strategic vision. Analysts suggested that such moves often influence recruitment, retention, and internal development strategies, reinforcing desired behaviors and operational priorities. Evaluating long-term consequences illustrates the intersection of performance, culture, and strategic planning, emphasizing how professional organizations leverage critical decisions to reinforce objectives, maintain competitive advantage, and shape their identity within a demanding league environment. The Chiefs' unexpected firing represents a defining moment for the organization, highlighting the tension between performance, culture, and strategic vision. Analysts emphasized that while immediate shock is natural, long-term benefits often emerge through clearer accountability and structural alignment. Observers noted that the decision sends a message about expectations, adaptability, and leadership priorities. Understanding this moment requires viewing it as a calculated organizational strategy rather than a reactionary measure. Analysts highlighted that professional sports require continuous evaluation, rapid adaptation, and decisive action. The firing underscores the importance of strong leadership, coherent strategy, and resilient culture. Ultimately, the move reinforces the principle that in high-stakes environments, strategic personnel decisions can reshape identity, performance, and long-term competitive success.